maybe it's like another multiverse. You think like, cause the No Way, the Spider-Man No Way Home, it's like different realms and realities and stuff. Maybe this and just like that don't have nothing to do with Sex and the City that we know. These are variants of the people that we know. That's why, boy, I just figured it out. Shit, I just figured it out. These are not Carrie and Miranda and Charlotte, and especially Samantha, who would never just be like, man, I'm about to give up New York and I'm gonna go to London because you fired me. Samantha that I know from my universe and yours would never do that. That's because we were. Come on, sis. Come on, knowledge, girl. Don't y'all, you better tell, if you tell people that, tell people I figured it out. Me, LB, I'm the one. Wait, before I go any further, Charlotte got collars like this. Every time I see her, here goes Charlotte. Hey girls, let's go to class. Why would she wear the old Southern church lady collar with the bows and the ruffles and the accoutrement that she got on, child? I don't listen. You Charlotte dressing like Miss Doubtfire, and it's pissing me off. I don't understand, bruh. Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. Welcome to my channel, Watch With Me LB, where I give you fun, fresh, and funny rants, reviews, and recaps on my favorite movies and TV shows. And episode 6 of And Just Like That dropped on yesterday. There's something that I really want to tell y'all before I get into the recap of the episode. I just want to say, we don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno. If you have not seen Encanto, do yourself a favor and go see that thing. Certified bops all up and through the movie. Do you hear me? So let's get into it, y'all. This episode is titled Diwali. Diwali is a festival of lights. Okay, it's very sacred and very important in Indian culture. That's what the name of this episode is, Diwali, right? I have chosen to call this episode Old Church Lady. Okay, they went down to the Old Church Lady Emporium and drive-through pharmacy to pick up the clothes for this episode. Y'all better stop playing with me. Hey, episode opens up with Carrie and Anthony and Seema touring an apartment for Carrie. Seema's on the balcony, Anthony and Carrie are in the apartment. Now, Carrie has decided to purchase the apartment. I personally don't understand that choice because it looked like a sanitarium, okay? Everything was white, stark white. White cabinets, white island, white lights, white refrigerator, white dishwasher, white lady. Are you trying to deprive yourself of your ability to use your eyesight? All right, then go off, girl. We cut to Charlotte and Carrie and Miranda having dinner, and I actually wasn't furious at the outfits, the ensembles, the looks, okay, that were displayed in the dinner scene, all right? They weren't like, girl, let me try to Google where to get that, but it wasn't horrible. Carrie, why they pulling her hair back? That's a school principal bun, okay? That's a 1973 school principal bun. Next scene, we cut to Charlotte trying to get her kids out the house and ready to, go to school. I felt that in my soul. You can have the most cooperative child, but in the morning, they're gonna make you pull all your eyelashes out. Just put your head between the couch cushions and just stay there all day. They will frustrate your spirit. And Rock is like, Mom, wanted to run something past you right quick. This room is not me no more, okay? I don't do paint. I don't want no butterflies. I don't want no ribbons. I'm trying to put my skateboard and stuff on the wall. If we could just paint my half of the room, I love you forever. Then Lily is like, listen, while we on the subject, let's get rid of these creepy ass dolls that's been up on this shelf watching me sleep for 15 years straight. I wear lip gloss. I don't play with dolls. That's not what I do. And Charlotte is like, nah, she ain't trying to hit that at all. So now we cut to Miranda. She's in class and she's fantasizing about the little escapade her and Che had last episode. But she's in class doing it. And the class is over and she just sitting at the table like a dummy, looking stupid. And so Naya, the professor, is like, hey, class over, get up. Let's go, get a coffee. I mentioned this in one of my earlier And Just Like That episodes. If you haven't seen them, go
back and look at them, child.
That that relationship does not ring true to me, and I don't like it for the simple fact that episode 1, Miranda had a white lady conniption in the classroom. Episode 2, they had like a little encounter at the security gate and Miranda made herself shame. Episode 3, they got jumped together on the subway. The next episode, the professor was like, girl, let me tell you all my business though. Right? And so to me, that just does not ring true. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, logistically, logically, and like commonsensically. That ain't a word. So Miranda and Naya are sitting on the bench, and Naya gets a phone call from her husband reminding her that they have dinner with a friend couple that they know. And the lady of the couple, her name is Myrtle, but Naya has decided to name her Fertile Myrtle because the lady has been pregnant 2 times in 3 years. And the lady talks about her children a lot when they go out. And Naya is not wanting to talk about that because, of course, we remember that Naya has not had a successful IVF rounds, and she is kind of debating about whether or not to go through with the second round of IVF because it was hard on her emotionally and physically and mentally. And so she's not really wanting to, talk about that. So she's not wanting to go to dinner. She's not looking forward to it. So Miranda's like, well, listen, just change the subject. Whenever she want to talk about her children, just change the subject. But next scene, we cut to Carrie and Seema. They are at a cute little sari shop, and they're looking for a sari for Seema to wear for Diwali. And they're talking about how Seema is not really looking forward to going to the celebration because her mom and her dad and everybody gonna be all in her business. Why you don't have no husband? Why you not married yet? And she doesn't want to hear it. And I feel that because that has to be tough on people. If people could just mind their business, I feel like we have so much pollution in the air because people don't mind their damn business. And so Carrie's like, listen, you don't have to go alone, sis. I see a sari back on this wall back here. I know I would look cute in that thing. I could get a sari. I could come with you to Diwali. So next scene, we got Charlotte and Carrie in Carrie's storage unit. Now, I didn't know what I was looking at when I first saw this scene. Every storage unit I've ever seen has been the exact same. I ain't never seen a storage unit that looked like the set from The Office with blue walls. Girl, I called y'all girl. My bad. The storage unit got windows, mini blinds, blue walls, molding on the wall. I'm like, what the hell kind of storage? Anyway, child. Anyway, I ain't got time. They're at the storage unit trying to get a couple things for her to take back to the sanitarium that, she had stored up from the apartment that she and Big shared, right? Another thing that I noticed, Carrie has 757 million boxes in this storage unit, and ain't a tap of the boxes labeled. So they just opening up the box. They're trying to find half a needle in a haystack, baby. You could open up a box and get your 1973 tax returns, or you could open up a box and get a replica of the Mona Lisa, child. It ain't no rhyme or reason to nothing happening in that storage unit. Nope. Y'all not gonna get my pressure up on this here day, okay? So she opens up a box and she pulls out this dog ass hat. It's like, oh, it's my favorite son hat. And I'm like, girl, you gonna quit with these Family Dollar hats. Now, speaking of hats, Karen walked into that storage unit looking like a scarecrow on Halloween with an old lady church hat. Carrie, you better quit playing with me. Hey, I'm not even joking at this point. That was a black old lady church hat that she got from T&T Fashions in the strip mall. Don't play with me like that, Sex and the City. And just like that, don't play with me like that. So, she finds Big's records and she has like a little conniption fit because, again, none of the shit is labeled. Carrie goes back to the sanitarium and she's trying to make something to eat. She's making the salmon and asparagus that she made when the day that Big passed away. Now, I don't know if that's the only thing she knows how to cook, or if she just trying to remember the good times like Al Green. But she's in the sanitarium and she started to hear something beeping, and she checking the dishwasher, she checked the stove, she checked the oven, she checked the whatever, and she can't figure out what's going on, right? And her phone rings and it's Anthony. And Anthony is like, listen, Stanford, before he left, booked me and him an appointment to go get consultations for facelifts. And I'm back in these streets now, so you need to come with me, okay? Nobody in this show could do nothing by themselves. So Carrie's like, listen, I can't concentrate on that right now. I got something beeping in my sanitarium. I got to go. That's Carrie's theme song. If you ask Carrie something, she's gonna flip it and turn it on and back to her. If you ask Carrie for feedback, advice, the answer to a Jeopardy question, she gonna be like, what is Carrie's esophagus. Is she gonna find a way to turn it back on her? She agrees to go to the consultation with Anthony. I'm gonna put a little note right here and just say Anthony is the best looking one on the show. Hands down. Anthony looked just like how he looked back in the day. You know, Anthony always got some shit going on. He always buzzing around like a little beat child, but he looks good. So then the next scene we have Naya and her husband, the professor, out with the couple. Her and her husband sitting down, and they, you know, as soon as they sit down, the lady Myrtle wants to start talking about her children. At the advice of Miranda, Naya changes the subject, but she does it rude AF. Okay, she was super rude. So the lady was like, oh my God, let me tell you what Abby did yesterday. And Naya was like, man, you know this restaurant used to be a shoe factory in 1822? Like, she just was like, she was super rude about it. Like, she had no chill. Like, she just was going in. And her husband was like, she was about to say something. So just, you know, just chill. So through the course of the conversation, Myrtle drops the information that she is again pregnant. And Naya and her husband received the news well. Myrtle's husband, with his dumb ass, was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to catch up with us. The friend was like, your dumb ass knows that they doing IVF. You know that. Why would you say something like that? And he's like, oh yeah, my bad, bro, I'm sorry. But then he went and doubled down on it like, yeah, man, you know, children are a blessing. You got to get you one of these. I'm like, if you don't shut your dumb ass up. The next scene, y'all, listen. Every time I talk about Miranda, my eyes got to be involved some way. This girl makes me grab my eyebrows, my pupil. She make me want to hold my mule, actually, since this is a church show today with the fashions. Let's pull out an old gospel song. So Miranda is at home and she's in bed and she is taking care of herself.
You know what I'm talking about?
So she's, you know, getting her issue, and Brady, with his face, knocks on the door and is like, Mom, I'm going out. And Miranda's like, okay, remember, you have a mad duty. Like, she's like having an orgasm talking to her son. But I'm thinking, you dumb person. I was about to call her name. I ain't even need to see it because the scene itself didn't add anything to the show. It didn't like move the plot line along because they don't have no damn plot line. Hello, somebody, okay? We had the plastic surgeon with Carrie and Anthony, and the plastic surgeon comes in and sits down across from Carrie and is like, yeah, girl, what we got going on today? You want what you trying to do? And Carrie's like, bitch. You're not here for me, you here for him. Shit, get out my face. And so he goes over to Anthony. What you trying to do? You might need a little filler on your little crow's feet or whatever, but I mean, you got a little olive skin, you looking good. Touching Anthony on the leg, and I'm like, Doc, I clocked you. You just flirt with your patients to get them to come back to you. And Carrie was like, yeah, so I mean, hypothetically, if I did get some work done, what you think I need to get? And the man was like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? You need a little facelift. You get at least a little mini facelift. You need a little filler. We could do a little Juvederm, you feel me? We could, laser some stuff off. We can spackle some stuff on there. You know what I'm saying? He gave us 75 things that she could do. Okay, so now we cut to Miranda and Carrie and Charlotte having lunch in the park. They having a little cute little tapas, child. They got some little olives and they got a little prosciutto and some little mozzarella and some alcohol-free wine because Miranda has decided to quit drinking cold turkey. Now, remember last episode, the whole episode was around the fact that Miranda's a fall down drunk. And in this episode, she cold turkey and we ain't even talking about it no more. Miranda then drops the bomb that she has been fantasizing about Chase sexually, right? And Charlotte was like, girl, yeah, me too. I had a little dream we was on the fair. Miranda's like, well, sis, I could do you one better. Me and her had a little shanana in the kitchen when Carrie was asleep. So Charlotte is reacting to the news that Miranda had sex with Chase the way that Charlotte would. Now, I'm sick of people asking Charlotte not to react like Charlotte would. Like, you want me to be a whole ass different person. You know I'm emotional. You was cool with it when we saw Big in the street and he was trying to talk to you and I was like, Carrie, no! That was cool with you when I was emotional then. So now Miranda mad at Charlotte because Charlotte is like,
bitch, you cheated on your husband.
Quit talking to Charlotte like that. Shit, she got enough going on with all them damn ruffles. And that was Miranda projecting because how you gonna storm off from a picnic? Bitch, sit down and eat these olives. Girl, I was mad, Jay. I really was. Like, bitch, how dare you? And then shout out to D Movie Man. If you have not watched D Movie Man's reviews, baby, go watch his channel, please, and subscribe and hit that bell and do all the things, please, because he said that Miranda had a Party City wig on, and I can't unsee it. It's the most accurate description of her hair. But Carrie convinces Miranda to come sit her dumb ass back down at the table. And you know what I just thought about? Didn't Miranda hit Steve with the "you broke us" back in the day? Because he cheated? Is she gonna tell Steve? Because I'll tell him. I sure will tell him. I'll write it down since his ass can't hear it. Now we cut to Carrie and Seema going to the Diwali celebration. Now, Carrie ain't even have on no damn sorry, bruh. Like, that's, to me, that really was like a Lynette at a barbecue, bruh. It was consist. As far as I know, that's not a sari. That's a crop top and a cathedral skirt, baby. You know, Seema's mom and dad are talking to Carrie, and they're like, yeah, where Solomon at? Seema has made up a boyfriend so that her parents will kind of get off her back. And the mom and dad are asking Carrie, like, hey, where's Solomon at? They say he be building bridges in, you know, Timbuktu, so we don't ever get to see him. Have you met him? And Carrie just kind of going along with it. And so Seema confides in her on the way back from the party that she made him up. Now, I really would have appreciated you named the episode Diwali, but you don't tell me nothing about Diwali, baby. Like, all you got is buku Indian people standing up in a room together. You trying to teach me a lesson everywhere else, child. You trying to give me the definition of non-binary, and you trying to tell me what, gender fluidity is, but you ain't gonna teach me nothing about Diwali? You just gonna have buku Indian people standing up in a room together. You ain't shout out no Indian authors. You ain't shout out no Indian painters or nothing, huh? All right, then. But when the next time we see Carrie, she's in her bathroom at the apartment, and she is getting ready, and she puts a Carrie necklace on, you know, the iconic Carrie necklace, and she puts that on, and she goes out into the apartment's living room, where we see that she's starting to unpack. She's put Big's records on the shelf. She's playing his records. She opens up a box, and she sees that it's some of his jacket, decides to wear that as like her little over-the-shoulder jacket throw or whatever on her way out of the house. And, you know, just like that, she's stepping into the light or some dumb shit like that. So I'm thinking, what happened in this episode to make you suddenly have a realization that you need to step out from the dark and into the light? Like, I didn't see what the catalyst was for you making a decision to stay right where the hell you was in the first damn place. Because you had moved back into your apartment, but then you decided you needed a house. So you spent $975 million on a dumbass house on the Hudson River, also known as a sanitarium, only for you to go back to the apartment that you was in before. And now you ready to step into the light. But I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Also, Miranda texts, what's that person's name? Che. She DMs Che, and she's like, hey girl, let's kick it. Like, let's me and you hang out or whatever. The episode was directed by Cynthia Nixon. Cynthia, quit trying to shove stuff down my throat, baby. If you want me to think that you sexy and you have decided that you the only person that can have sex in the city, that's cool. Get a better casting director, because you and Che ain't got it. All right, you could be sexy with somebody else. You was good with Steve. I was good with that until y'all turned him into Mr. Magoo. Shit. So I give this episode a solid half star out of 10. And my goal for this channel was to keep it like positive and like whatever the hell. But listen, you beat me up with this show. I gotta defend myself at this point. That thing was a hot mess. Bye, y'all. Bye.